So today's content will be much shorter, right? Once again, we find ourselves trading with this beautiful pair called the Nasdaq, right? Nothing complicated, right? Nothing complicated. Check this out. First touch, second touch, third touch. We had to break. All I'm waiting for is a retest for a beautiful short towards the downside. Nothing crazy. Simple. Right. So we do have around about 2 minutes left for 15:30 to arrive. Let's see what 15:30 will basically present to us. Let's wait and see. Let's wait and see. How's your week's been going? How's your week been going? Hope it has been going well. Hope it has been going well. We have around about a few seconds left. A few seconds. Only a few seconds. Maybe I can just squeeze in that the a proper 1-to-2 ratio, just like that. Right, so let's see. Let's get our finger on the trigger. Get our finger on the trigger. Just have to keep an eye out on this region over here, though. Just have to have the eye. Closure above this area could mean that we can have a further push to the upside. I could then also find myself then just looking for some beautiful longs as well. You know what? Basically targeting these sexual areas over here, right? Something like that. Well, didn't have that closure above, so that's cool. That's perfectly cool. So now I'm just waiting on the tap. I'm just waiting on the tap. Let's see if we can have that push. Let's see if we can have that push. Right, we do have a fundamental coming up as well. Let me just make sure if it is at 4 or 4:30. It's at 4. Pending on sales. Wait, let's wait. Let's wait. Right, so I already previewed the market like just before this, right? Because the last video we made, you know, it was a whole hour. I thought that it's maybe just gonna be like 15 minutes or so, you know, but then it turned out to be much longer than than expected. But I hope you guys have learned something out of it, though. Hope you guys have learned something out of it. See in 5 minutes what's happening. Beautiful rejection. Beautiful rejection. Beautiful. Beautiful rejection. Let's be humble. Let's be humble. Let's be patient. Let's be patient. So what's happening on the 4-hourly? Check this out. 4-hourly time frame, we have a nice push to the downside just by looking at the momentum of this one candle, right? It just shows you that, you know what, our base is trying to step into the market, right? We just took out this low of this beautiful bull candle which we have created over there, you know what, giving us a strong indication that our base is now stepping into the market, right? H2 time frame literally painting the same thing, right? H2 time frame is literally painting the same thing. Look at this huge momentum to the downside, right? We do have still like around about 27 minutes for this candle to close, right? But check this out. We had a nice actual swing low over here, and currently we are taking out that actual swing low, right? So this is a strong indication as well that, you know what, our base is trying to step inside the market, right? How will we just find ourselves being reactive with, you know what, with the base trying to step in, right? 1 hourly time frame, we also do have around about 26 minutes left for this candle to close that, and it is basically painting the same picture as what my 2 hourly time frame is painting, right? So this is basically just where I found myself just scaling down to the lower time frame, right? And I saw these beautiful turning points over here, right? These significant turning points. All I found myself doing is literally just get out a nice trend line, you know what, place it on these swing lows, and you know what, I saw that, okay, cool, we have a break. So all I'm waiting for is that retest for a potential shift back towards the downside, right? Literally as simple as that. Nothing complicated, right? We're almost at our area. We're almost at our area. Right? We're almost at our area. With a tap on this trend line, I'm gonna find myself short. Right? With a tap of the trend line, I'm short. So I'm short, guys. Bang! Sell the Nasdaq. Sell the Nasdaq. Now, you know what? When it comes down to your trend lines as well, right? If we're gonna find ourselves having that initial closure above, and the following candle also closes above, then this simply means that, you know what, that is a confirmation that now we're going to find ourselves having a further push towards the upside, right? But if we have like one candle closing above, this simply means that this can easily just be an actual fake out, right? An easy fake out. So yeah, all we now need to find ourselves doing is literally just being patient. That's it. Literally just be patient. And once again, right, can you guys see my analysis? My analysis was nothing crazy. It was nothing crazy. And how I basically look at an actual trend line is, you know what, the moment we find ourselves breaking an actual descending trend line, well, ascending trend line as we have over here, right, making market structure bearish. Once we have that closure below, you know what, then I want to see price at least come to the low of this beautiful ascending trend line, right? Same thing goes with a descending trend line, right? So basically, once you're gonna find yourself having something like this, right? Currently we have something like that, right? So once you have something like this happening, you are seeing that price is having that break. All you wait for is that retest. Where can your targets potentially be? These highs of the trend line, right? That is just something that I always have my eye out on. And you know what? That is just something that I see Nasdaq loves to respect once we find ourselves, you know what, breaking through our actual trend lines, right? So that is like something educational, which you guys can take away from this current session, which we are finding ourselves having, right? You guys can see that we had a beautiful rejection, beautiful rejection. So now it's literally just be patient. We are currently 28 pips in profits, 29 pips in profits. Look at that respect. Look at the respect. Look at that respect. It is crispy, crispy clean, right? Crispy clean. So, hey, we're gonna find ourselves having a news event coming up 4 o'clock, as we may mention, right? So this will basically find, you know, ourselves like pushing price more, right? Me, Diego, I look at my fundamentals and my technical analysis to go hand in hand with one another, right? Now, yes, obviously, when it comes down to your actual fundamentals, right, there is more volume being pushed inside the market, right? Meaning we can still see that actual downside momentum, right, with this actual news event coming up, right? But the market might find itself having just that further push towards the upside and then have that actual dip, right? Now, I look at it as, you know what, my fundamental and my technicals going hand in hand with one another. Because if we are bearish in structure, you know what, our fundamental will literally just go hand in hand with our technical analysis, right? So if we are bearish, then 9 times out of 10, the actual fundamental will go hand in hand with our bear structure, right? So just keep that in mind. Just keep that in mind, guys. And once again, don't find yourself, complicating your journey. You don't have to find yourself doing it. Look at this. This is simple, right? In fact, this is one of the things that I found myself uploading on my YouTube channel the most, right? Trend lines is basically the one thing that I have been uploading quite frequently when it comes down to my content on this beautiful pair called the Nasdaq, especially when it comes down to quarter three, right? Especially when it comes down to quarter three. So all we need to find ourselves doing is literally just be patient. Literally a waiting game. Literally just a waiting game now. So we are now back at break even. Right, we're back at break even. And you guys, you know what? Last night I had an online session with the community, right? And a discussion which we found ourselves having was literally was about faith and it was faith and fear, right? It was faith and fear, right? Which one are you finding yourself leaning towards more, right? Are you leaning more towards faith? Are you leaning more towards fear? Right? Because keep in mind, like both of these things literally have the same outcomes, right? Because if you have fear of something that hasn't even happened, right? It's not there, but you have fear for that thing, right? If you have faith, right? You're having faith in something that is not even there, right? So it's literally just that energy between the two, right? Faith is more, I look at it as being more positive, right? A positive outlook on things. So whether you are going through a dark period, or you know what, you're finding yourself having like a losing streak maybe inside your actual trading, you know what, these are times where you can be like really down, right? And it can get to you, right? It can get to you. And you know what, having faith, right, is that one thing that just keeps on pushing me personally, when it comes down to my actual journey, right? Faith. Because if I don't have faith and I'm just always fearful, right, I most probably wouldn't have found myself doing this, what I am currently doing, right? I wouldn't have been here where I am currently today, still active inside the market and still finding myself trading, right? Now, yes, now and then it is good to find yourself having some fear, right? You need that sometimes. You need that fear, because sometimes that is literally that one thing that makes your journey a little bit more exciting as well, that, but you're not going to find yourself crawling inside like a dark space and just always, um be negative, right? Because you have too much fear and doubt. And no, right? Sometimes you need that fear to just push you a little bit, especially like when it comes down to what, you wanting to find yourself risking a little bit more, right? Then that that adrenaline, or that sugar pump. I don't know what to call it, right? But you guys know what I'm talking about. If you are a trader, you know what I'm talking about, right? Especially then, right? Then this fear is coming out, right? It depends on whether, obviously it depends on how you are using it, right? You can't just find yourself in over leveraging your account, right? And just be irresponsible about it, right? No, that is not how you're supposed to handle it. But you need to find yourself having that, just a little bit. You're just upping your actual lot size just a little bit, still inside your actual trading plan whatsoever. You know what? Still respecting your balance, which you find yourself having inside your account, right? Perfectly fine. But if you are irresponsible about it, can be a little bit of a problem. But yeah, now and then having fear, perfectly fine. But you know what? Faith is literally that one thing that just keeps on pushing, keep on pushing. I think that in the beginning of 2022, I found myself making an actual content, and that one was, I think, motivation versus drive, right? Well, yes, motivation versus drive. You know, it's basically like the same thing. I may have mentioned that you know, if you're gonna find yourself coming inside the marketplace, right? Trading in general, and you are ruled by motivation, right? You just want to see, you know, all these people posting Lamborghinis, big houses, and motivational speeches, and all of that. You know, cool, it's fine. Yes, it is motivating whatsoever, right? But the question is literally, what are you doing after that actual video? What are you doing after that actual image, right? Are you working towards getting that Lamborghini? Are you working towards getting that mansion, right? Are you working towards, you know what, getting that money, right? Because, you know, you're going to be on a temporary high whatsoever. And then, you know what, once it comes to the time putting in work, keep in mind, everyone wants to be a star, right? But nobody wants to grind, right? No one wants to put in the work, because when it comes down to putting in the work, hey, you know, you will see a lot of people being like, you know what? I don't know. It's a little bit too hard. You know, it's a little bit too hard. Hey, hey, you know what? If everything was easy, right, everyone would have found themselves being rich, right? And you know, if everyone would have been rich, you know, things wouldn't things wouldn't have worked out quite nicely, right? The world which we have wouldn't have been as it currently is, right? We need certain people in certain fields whatsoever, right? If everyone was rich, I think that will literally be the downfall, right? And it may sound sad, but you know what? Unfortunately, it is what it is, right? It's literally just like that. And you know, back to the point though, motivation versus drive, right? So motivation, temporary, right? It's temporary. You're just gonna feel it now, being all hyped up about everything, right? But the question is, what are you doing after that, right? So I would rather want to find myself having drive, right, instead of having that motivation, right? Because drive, whenever things is not working out, right, whenever it feels like everything is just going sideways, right, that drive is that one thing that still keeps me going, right? Whether I'm sick, I'm still coming to the charts. I'm still going to do my thing, right? Because you know what, a wise individual told me that the only failed traders are the ones that quit, right? I'm gonna say that again, right? The only failed traders are the ones who quit, right? So if everything is not going your way, it's chill, it's cool. Don't stress about it, right? Just keep on going. Just do what you are doing, literally, right? You don't need everyone to just, you know, hype you up or back you up so that you can find yourself, you know, just keep on going inside your actual journey. You don't need that, right? You're gonna have to be that person who's gonna be like, you know what, I'm taking that lead. You know what, I'm gonna be that one who's gonna do what I need to do, right? Is what it is. Is what it is. You know what? Just put in the work. That's it. Just put in the work. That's literally it, guys. So yeah, that was basically our actual conversation, right? It was more of an actual a psychology talk, right? A nice psychology talk. And I feel like having psychology talks is super crucial as well, you know, because you know, just doing technicals always cool, right? Cool. But that psychology you need it, right? You need it. You're not always gonna find yourself having wins, right? You're not, right? These people that is promoting 100% strategies and all of that, you don't get that. That's just a sales technique whatsoever. You don't get 100% trading strategies, right? You don't get 95% trading strategies. You don't get 70%. You know, everything is literally just coming down to, you know, money management whatsoever. You can literally just have a 40% um a 40% win rate strategy, and you can still find yourself being profitable, literally. Right? It all depends on how are you finding yourself executing the market, and right, how well are you managing your money. That's literally it, right? That is literally it. So yeah, you know, currently we are around about, you know what, we're back at 26 pips in profits. 26 pips in profits. Just have to have a look at this. Okay, so I don't have to find myself worrying about that. That's cool. Okay, so we have around about 10 minutes left for 4 o'clock to hit. So you know what, our fundamental to hit whatsoever. So that fundamental can potentially take us to our take profit area. So you know, let's be humble, let's be patient about it. Let's be patient about it. Mhm. Mhm. 20 pups, 20 pups, 19 pups, 19 pups, right? It's not nice seeing the market doing stuff like this. Honestly, it's not nice. I also don't like it, right? But unfortunately, it is what it is. We don't have control over it. Honestly, we don't. Let me just find myself replying to this message over here. I'm just going to find myself muting this microphone quick fast. All right, clean. Ah, hey, NASDAQ, NASDAQ, NASDAQ. Yo, guys, like, let's go to my YouTube channel. Let me show you guys, like, let me show you guys that, you know what, one haven't just been slacking whatsoever, right? One hasn't just been slacking. Check this out. Check this out. My videos, check this out. Like, all of this is content, right? All of this is literally content for the community, right? All of them are private, so I just share all of this content to them, right? All of these contents, at least send all of these contents to them. Look at that. It's a lot, right? It's a lot of content. It's, we currently have like more than more than 50, more than 60 even content which we find ourselves having, that which is a lot, which is honestly a lot. And yeah, I think it's like, on, I don't think that, I believe that it is quite valuable content, much valuable content. So yeah, it's not that we've been slacking whatsoever, right? It's just that I've been giving more time to the actual community. Okay. So yeah, 6 minutes left, 6 minutes left. Well, around about 7 minutes actually for this candle to close. And just look at this, right? Look at that beautiful respect. Tap, shift. Beautiful. That was a whole 56 pips to the downside. So we are risking around about 41 pips to gain around about 80 pips. Let's say 40 pips to gain 80 pips, right? Be fair. So yeah, you know, this is trading for you. This is trading for you. And you know what? The beautiful thing is that, you know, the market will always, each and every single day, that the market will open up something unique, right? You're trading, the entry method might be the same whatsoever, right? But in somewhat way, it is still unique, right? It's still unique, and that is like the beauty of it. And that's also one thing that I like about trading, right? It's just the fact that when I come to the charts, right, it's like I just like it, man. It's even hard to explain. I thought that I could just explain it now, but I just realized that I can't, right? But it's not like you know, those days where, you know, you go to work and then you just do the same thing like over and over and over and over, that, and then it becomes like a little bit miserable. Like in the one hand, you become miserable and all of that, right? That's not nice, right? That's not nice. With the market, you know what, every day something is opening up. Cool, you know what? Are we gonna find ourselves going long? Are we gonna find ourselves going short? You know what? You are inside your actual entry. Right? There's something happening inside you as well. Even though I'm cool and I'm calm, right? You know, there's still something happening inside, right? And I like it. Like I honestly do. I love it. So yeah. So yeah, you know, never let other people project their fears on you, ever, right? Just because you are fearful doesn't mean I'm going to be fearful with you. Nope. No, 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 no. And you know what? You who's watching me, literally, you know, I want you guys to succeed, right? As much as I am working on myself to succeed, right? I want to see y'all succeed as well. I honestly do, right? And I stand with it. No one can hate on me. Nobody. Nobody can hate on me, bro. Because I want to see everyone win as well. Right? I stand with, if you are willing to put in the work, if you're willing to put in the work, cool. Let's go. Right? Let's go. But I've met so many people that's not willing to put in the work. And for me, that is just like, you know what? We all grown people, like, you know, we can think for ourselves and whatnot. So why should I be that person to still, you know, take you by the hand and drag you and beg you? Oh, please, you know, please, please do it. No, no, you either put in the work or you don't, right? Because me, Diego, I'm gonna do it regardless, right? I'm gonna do it regardless. Because when I'm alone, I'm still doing this, right? I'm gonna do this regardless. And that is literally what I want for everyone. It's such an amazing feeling to know that, you know what, I can find myself doing this, right? Even if I'm feeling bad whatsoever, I can still come. I can still pitch up. I can still come to the charts and do what I need to do. That versus certain people that just be like, you know what, I'm struggling, so I'm gonna step away from the market and you know, I'm gonna maybe come back next week. And I do believe that, you know what, if you are a new person, I do believe that is something that you need to go through. I actually do believe that that is something that you need to go through. Because keep in mind, right, I also went through that. I also went through that of, you know what, I'm starting off and, you know what, I start trading, boom, you know what, account blown, boom, you know, you feel some type of way about it. You're like, you know, I don't know. I don't know about this thing. You know, I honestly don't know. What do you find yourself next week? Next week, you find yourself back in it. Boom. Right? Same thing happened. Boom. Right? I don't know, man. I don't know. What do you find yourself doing the next day even, right? You're back at it. Right? Hey, you know what? Later you just again like that, right? You step away, maybe you step away for a week whatsoever, right? But keep in mind, right, those dips that you are finding yourself going through, right? Those are literally those learning curves, right? So I do believe that you need that, right? I do believe you need it. And once again, at the end of the day, it's literally just gonna come down to, you know what, how bad do you want it? Right? Because it's still gonna come down to, are you putting in the work? It's still gonna come down to, you know, that one thing, faith. It's still gonna come down to that one thing called drive, right? Because that is the stuff that's basically gonna build you as an actual trader. So yeah, but if you are like, you know, doing this for quite a time whatsoever, and you know, you are still being like that, right? Then it just simply means that, you know what, you are not learning, right? You are not learning out of your mistakes, right? You can bang your head once, you can bang your head twice, you can bang your head 3 times whatsoever, right? Some people just take a little bit longer to learn, right? And I do consider myself as being one of those people, right? I do. For me, it takes a little bit longer to learn something, right? I have to take something piece for piece, right? Bit by bit. Okay, cool. I need to look at this part first. And then I need to understand this part first, right? Before I can find myself looking at this. Okay, cool. Now I can find myself start learning this one thing over here, right? I need to understand this one thing over here. Okay, cool. Now I can find myself using that thing over there, right? And using it whatsoever, right? Instead of me trying to put everything together at once, right? And just try to learn everything at once. No, you know, I learned that I burn out myself when I do stuff like that. So now I just found myself not doing that. So yeah, it's currently 4 guys. It's currently 4 o'clock. Right. Let's see if we can have some volume pushed inside the market. 1 hour, well, 30-minute time frame, we can see that we do have a nice little break below. We came back for the retest with this wick over here, right? This is not a proper retest, right? A proper retest will basically just be now like 2 or more candles to the upside back inside this region for a continuation move to the downside, right? But listen, this is NASDAQ, right? This is NASDAQ. NASDAQ can easily just come with a wick and then just go in that actual direction for quite a while, right? Before having that actual push towards the upside. That's why it's super important to basically have an actual entry method that can allow you to look at certain areas where NASDAQ find itself always respecting a lot and you know what, entering it from there. Because just imagine that you find yourself, you know what, price tapped inside this region, and you see this bear candle, this is your actual entry over there, stops above your, no, it doesn't look liquor, doesn't look nice. 1 hourly time frame, we can see 1 hourly time frame, we have a closure below this actual, the swing low over here, right? We had a closure below, so we are bearish in structure. 1 hourly time frame, check this, 1 hourly time frame, we had the closure below, never came back for that retest. So you know what, we can find ourselves having another actual push back inside this region for potential continuation move back towards the downside, right? We can see that we are currently also creating somewhat of an actual double top formation as well. If I can box out this area just like that, right? And can you see once again with this ascending trend line which we have over here, right? This will basically be that left leg of the actual double top formation. So up, down, up, right? And then just another actual down back into this left leg right over there. Maybe if I can find myself removing the charts, right? You can see it much clearer, just like that. Cool. Boom. Right. So yeah, guys, you know what? I thought that this one is going to be much shorter, but unfortunately I see that, you know what? It is actually quite longer than expected. Maybe when you are I'm ready. I have a meeting right now. I'm already in. Oh, okay. All right, guys. So what I'm gonna find myself doing is literally just muting my actual mic, right? And then I will just take the actual meeting on my phone. And you know what? Let's monitor price and let's see, you know what is happening on this beautiful pair called the Nasdaq. Okay. Clean. You know what? Take profit, smack to the T. Right, guys, don't forget to hit that sub button. I will highly do appreciate it. You know what? I had to have a quick meeting, and you know what? I had to find myself you know what, using my actual computer because my phone didn't want to find itself logging onto the Zoom meeting, right? So I found myself monitoring price on the phone while I was watching this. I had a huge smile on my face as well, right? Yes, guys, once again, you know what? Simple. Do not complicate your trading, right? Please do not complicate your trading. You don't have to find yourself doing that, right? And the only way you will find yourself having that comfortability inside your trading is literally when you have data backing you up, right? Once you have that, you know what? Just that data, right? Because those data will literally give you that extra confidence on saying like, okay, cool, this is my system is working, right? And like I might mention, trend lines, guys. If you have been on my actual YouTube channel for the longest, right? You have been following me for quite a while. Trend lines, that is something that, you know what, it never died. And I don't think it will ever die on this beautiful pair called the Nasdaq. Like I basically made mention to you guys, right? Once we're gonna find ourselves having that break from this actual trend line, right? Retest right over there. Look at that beautiful drawdown, right? Literally 1 pip most probably, okay, 3 pips, not too bad, right? And once we find ourselves having that actual break 9 times out of 10, what does price do? Price tend to come to the low or to the high of that actual trend line, right? Put that inside your journal. You know what? Make the most out of it. Okay, so hey, that is literally it from me. I hope that you guys have enjoyed this actual content, right? I hope you guys have enjoyed it. You know, I talked a lot, right? I shared a lot with you guys, and I hope you guys took away something. And if you find yourself taking away something valuable, you know what? Please drop it inside the comment section. I will highly do appreciate it. You know what? Like, share this content with your friends, with your family. You know what? Your sister, your brother, your aunt, your uncle, grandpa, everyone. Share it, flood it, right? Takeover Institute for the win. You know what? It's me, your boy D. I'm gonna see you in the next one. I'm out.